Hello everybody, this is Llodg, and today I want to talk about the Okami sequel that was announced at the 2024 Game Awards, because honestly, I wasn't expecting it at all. Now, if you don't know, I don't really love the Game Awards. I feel like it's way too long and usually doesn't show off the stuff that I personally want to see, but this one actually had an amazing game with the Okami sequel. If you don't know, Okami was originally released in 2006 on the PS2, and it was released by Capcom and Clover Studio. And Okami was almost kind of like Twilight Princess, to where it's kind of like a Zelda game, but you're a dog. And this one you're like Amaterasu, and you're like a goddess and all that stuff. And it's a really cool, beautiful game. The art style is incredible, especially on a PS2 game where it just looks amazing. But other than that, we really haven't heard about it since. There was no Okami 2. We did get Okami Den, but I haven't ever played that. But I've heard mixed things on it. I originally played it on the Switch through the HD version, and if you want to play Okami, I highly recommend this version, and this version in particular, because it also has the motion controls. But I never thought we'd get a sequel, and I know a few years ago, Hideki Kamiya was with Capcom, and they're like, oh, we're gonna make Okami 2, and it's okay, and that's been literally 5 years. And now we heard about it again, and Hideki Kamiya actually left Platinum Games, and now we learn that he's now actually with Capcom and has a new studio within it called Clover's, which I am assuming is very similar to Clover Studios. But it's really exciting that he's actually back and is back with Okami, because he's one of the people who worked on the first Okami. And if he's here, then I have at least some faith that this will be pretty faithful to the original, and hopefully just a good game. But yeah, we'll see. We don't know too much about this game, at all. Beyond that, it's a sequel and coming out in, I think, 2026. So there isn't, a lot to speculate on, But I'm just really excited for this game, and I hope it's good. It's making me want to replay Okami, because it's been a few years. I think the last time I played it was probably, 2020. So it's been a while. Really hope that this just feels like more Okami. Some sequels, they really try to change it, especially since it's been, 2 decades. Stuff gets changed, but I just hope they can make this game look very beautiful and have it be fun. And earlier this year, we had Kunitsugami Path of the Goddess, and this game had some artistic similarities to Okami, with when you run, you have the little flowers pop up. I really liked what I played of Kunitsugami, and I hope more people play it in the future because of this game getting announced. Because it was really good, and I think it kinda got screwed by being a whole new IP. And Capcom people just want it to be their old IPs. But I think this is a really good game, and it's funny because this had an Amaterasu costume, I think. Yeah, so I hope Capcom can really hit this out of the park, and I hope it doesn't get delayed. But this really didn't have a gameplay trailer at all, so we could be waiting. And the last Kamiya game, I was waiting a while. Also, we got Onimucha. That's another old Capcom game that is finally getting another game. And it just gives me hope that Capcom will keep going back and bringing these older franchises instead of just doing Street Fighter and Resident Evil. I also just want Capcom to make a new Devil May Cry game, whether that be Devil May Cry 6 with Ladies Night, which would be amazing, Trish and Lady and Nero. But also I think that right now with Kamiya being back with Capcom, I think this would be a perfect time for a Devil May Cry 1 remake, because that was the only Devil May Cry game Kamiya worked on, so it'd be cool to have him back in the series, but with something he's really familiar with. Okami, I hope it's good. I'm really excited. I'm probably going to replay Okami. I just love that game a lot, and I have a lot of good memories with it. Where you play a game, you're oh, that's good, but the more you think about it, the more you're this was a good game. And I'm happy we're finally, officially getting a sequel to it. So let me know what your thoughts on the Okami sequel are, and I hope you enjoyed the video. Have a good day, and goodbye!